Hi oven mates, welcome back to Quinty's Bakery, your baking plug and go-to spot for all things sweet and delicious. Today we are going to be making this delicious apple raisin cream cake. So grab your aprons and let's get started. First, let's take a look at the ingredients we will need for our apple cake. You will need 280 milliliters of milk and you need 70 grams of sugar and also 30 grams of flour and 25 grams of cornstarch. And you will also need 80 grams of vanilla sugar and 1 egg yolk. So you go ahead and pour all these ingredients in a pot, just mix them, give it a gentle stir, and then put it on low heat and you continue to gradually mix. Now we are creating the cream which is going to be used at the top of the cake. So as it heats up, it thickens up as well. So at this point, you just take it out of the heat and transfer it into a bowl. From there, you are going to use a thin kitchen wrap or a thin plastic wrap to wrap it and place in the refrigerator for some time before transferring it on the cake. This will actually be baked as well, so you are not using it for decoration. It's just the cream that's going to be at the top of the cake batter and it will also be baked together with the cake. So now let's go ahead and measure. We have 280 grams of flour, 110 grams of sugar, and we have 100 milliliters of oil, and we have 110 milliliters of warm milk, 2 eggs, and 50 grams of raisins, and also 80 grams of vanilla sugar, a pinch of salt, 15 grams of baking powder. Now you just go ahead and mix your baking powder and flour together. Give that a gentle stir. This prevents lumps in your cake. After mixing your dry ingredients, that's the baking powder and your flour, you now go ahead and mix your sugar and eggs till they are whitish. Keep watching. So this is the consistency we should be expecting. Go ahead and add in your vanilla sugar and the other and salt and a pinch of salt, and then just mix it for about 30 seconds at this point. Then you just add in your oil and gradually mix in. And then after that, you add in your milk and give it a gentle stir. So at this point, that's you just mix all the wet ingredients together after you have achieved a creamy mixture of eggs and sugar. So at this point, which is actually the fun part, we are just going to gradually incorporate our dry ingredients into the wet ingredient. Sieve your flour is very important so that we don't get a hard, tough cake, but we want something light and fluffy. And also, we do not overmix. We are just going to use a whisk to gently stir it and no machine at this point. Gradually stir that and you are good. So next up is to pour the cream that was in the fridge on top of the cake batter. So and then you just top it up with the raisins. So after the raisins come the apples. So you just get your apples into tiny slices or into the thickness you prefer. I actually liked chopping it into tiny slices because thereafter I just made something like a flour using these chopped apples at the top of the cake. So do whatever thing you want to do. You can just spread it haphazardly on the cake. That's up to you. And there you have it, oven mates, a mouth-watering apple cream cake that's as beautiful and as delicious as it is. Whether you are celebrating a special occasion or simply indulging in a sweet treat, this apple cake is sure to delight your taste buds and leave you craving for more. And you can see I love the flowery shape of the apples as I told you guys at the beginning. That's the reason why I had to follow a certain pattern. But it's up to you if you want to just place them haphazardly. What's more important is the taste, right? So, guys, before we say goodbye, I want to extend my heartfelt thank you to each and every one of you for joining us today on this baking session. Your support and enthusiasm is what keeps me going, and we are looking forward to meeting you and seeing you all in our next baking session. Until then, keep spreading sweetness, sharing joy and love, and baking up a storm. Happy baking! Bye bye!